You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Here we have more on, of course, Lola. Shall we continue? Let's enjoy. Lola and the others were just wandering the streets. It was dark, but there was a few street lamps on. Oh, it's nighttime and the war is still going and we're still trying to hide away from the corruption. I see no signs of any monsters that we came across. Maybe the others must have turned them into chopped liver or something. Lola said. Yeah, I've been noticing. But at least we saved some people, so we're good. Who the hell does Pansy even think she is? Come on. Honestly. Can things get even more worse? Luna said, Don't say that. You know when people say, can anything get any more worse? And then something goes worse. Well, don't say it then. Well, then you don't say it. It's gonna be bad. Mira jokingly said, Oh, come on, you guys. What could possibly go wrong? Mira! Just then, there was a scream. Oops. I was joking. Well, I don't think that was a joke. Great. However, what they saw surprised them. It was that Rory Lee girl. Her hair was down. She didn't wear the ponytail that she usually wears. And she was carrying a young girl in a white dress. No, wait. It wasn't a young girl. It was a woman. Lola then squinted her eyes and noticed, Hey, wait a second. Isn't that the girl that was given the tour of the Evermore agency? What now? Luna asked. Who? You probably don't know her or you never even talked to her, but that's Madam Ravenna Maccabee, even though she's pretty young to be a madam. A madam? Wait, isn't that the former trapeze girl? You know her? Mika does. Get out. That girl saved his life. Wow, that's saving Mika? That's delightful, really. Let's see what she's up to. Come on. So they followed Rory Lee, but they soon lost sight of her when she was just running. Then they saw her again just jogging along the sides when Lola called out, Hey, Rory Lee! The mysterious girl stopped. She approached Lola and said, Don't worry about me. Did you just talk? Of course I can talk. You didn't think I did? No, I never heard you speak before. You're always so quiet. Maybe everybody's too loud. Very funny. That's when Rory said, Makoto Narumi, do you actually believe Silver is crazy? She is a good person, you know. Huh? What are you talking about? I never said she was. Yeah, you did. It's not what... You know, she is a good person. I know that. Do you? Rory asked. Then Rory looked over at Lola. Is there something wrong with him? Getting a little agitated? Over the fact that he had to be the one to watch over Silver Eden, so-called babysitter? No. Do you believe she's a good person? Well, alright, fine. She's just kind of weird. Perhaps. But don't you remember that time when she was acting weird but also confronting those guys.
What? How did you... Have you been following us?
No, I haven't. I've been keeping track though. Rory Lee then turned to Lola. There was an intense stare upon Rory Lee's face. Perhaps it is time, you see, but I don't want to hurt you. That's when Rory all of a sudden pressed her nail into Lola's wrist. Lola let out a, "Ow! Hey, what the? Ow! Oh, my head. What the hell? What's going on?" She felt so dizzy. All of a sudden, she found herself pushed down Narumi and Kimizuki. They fell to the ground, and Lola was trying her best to keep her head straight. Oh, what the hell did she... What the heck? Jean came close. However, when he touched her shoulders, he could see it too. Lola couldn't believe it. Oh my God. Oh my God. In her mind, she could see it. Silver Eden came over to Madame Maccabee, who was beaten and unconscious. Silver called out, "Somebody help! Please! She's injured! Please, I just need some help!" she begged. The medics came to Maccabee's aid and helped her up. However, Silver Eden stayed with her the entire time. When Maccabee woke up, Silver Eden then talked to her for a bit, and Ravenna was very thankful. "You saved my life. You saved my life," she said over and over again softly. Later, Silver found out about the attackers and this woman, Brianka, that caused it just because the former trapeze artist had loads of cash. But it wasn't like Ravenna wanted the money. She was just given it because she was offered to stay with some rich guy and go out as his consort, but only because the guy was, well, preferring the company of men. So she had to act as his consort. However, Brianka and the three men that attacked Ravenna were all just laughing and joking about how the woman deserved it. This caused Silver to become quite angry. So she managed to get this melting acid, the same one used within the beach water. She then disguised the melting acid in some sort of foundation makeup and sampled it all over Brianka's body and face. Soon, Brianka began to suffer the side effects, and that's how she became so disfigured. Silver confronted the three men, who started taunting her and getting upset and agitated by her know-it-all so-called behavior. But Silver was angry. She took the pail of melting acid and sprayed it upon them, causing them to flee, and that tall white monster, which Silver Eden referred to it as the apex predator, or better yet, the executioner for these guys. Confronting the three men about their profiles, stating that these guys were nothing more than just bigots, stealers, and they don't care about anybody but themselves. Someone who was being taught a lesson.
wasn't until, of course, Silver had to tolerate with them not complying to their demands, where they refuse to get any help or to change their ways. So the so-called white tall monster, the apex predator, slaughtered them. It looked like Silver didn't show any remorse, but she couldn't help but question herself. Was this the right way to do things? Was justice the only solution? She didn't know all the answers. All she knew was this. She just wanted to do the right thing. That's how the monsters came out into her own little fantasy world that she created through that puzzle-like door. And she was talking to the wise man from her imagination that she created. He was talking with her about the whole thing about how the world is becoming quite messed up with all of these bigots and killers and murderers. However, the wise man pointed out that she can't change anything. She can, however, try to make the world a better place. Silver thought it was just impossible. However, the wise man thought maybe Silver is the one that needs some convincing. She was shown about Madame Maccabee. She was there in the hospital room, looking forlorn. However, she was visited by Taylor. Taylor saw herself looking pretty bruised and really beaten up badly. Madame Maccabee did not want him to see her like this, but he didn't care. He felt guilty and embraced her. Silver was seeing this as she remarked, saying, "I couldn't help her." But the wise man said, "What happened here was not your fault. You did what you could. You saved her life from death, and that's all that matters." Silver Eden began to remember something she was taught. And she says, "What happens now will still haunt me to this day, but I will learn from my mistakes. I swear I will," she said to herself. That's how she was dancing in some sort of fantasy, just feeling up to the expectations. Once that vision was over, Lola was startled and looked up to see Roy Lee was still there. "So, now do you see?" "Yeah, now I do," Lola said. "Good, because I'm gonna need your help on something. And it has nothing to do with Silver and what you saw. But there's a favor I want to ask of you." "Okay." "What is this favor?" "Find out. You'll see. And also, in the next chapter, it's going to be a reference. You'll find out soon enough." Anyway, see you guys next time.